named Hoist and Deluxe Baldwin. And we've got a bunch of other YouTubers that are in the audience, of course. We've got Theo. And most other names that I'm probably going to, I gotta call some other names out. Say it again? At figure action? Figure action.
We also have a plan to have a whole bunch of other people up there, but they don't know us before.
But they don't know us yet. And it's cool. It's cool. The whole reason why we brought this town together is because a lot of us are just 20 or 40 years or make retrospectives and YouTube videos. But last year was one of the worst years we've ever had, right? I mean, we couldn't go nowhere. We could only go to the supermarket. Everybody had to wear masks. Everybody had to go there, go somewhere. And from that, we on YouTube realized the Transformers community is separated in a lot of places. Like, you go on TFW 2005, which I love that website. I love the people there. And you got people in All-Star and Sabertron and all the different websites, and T-Formers. And there's a lot of division between people either they love the Transformers because of Michael Bay's Transformers, or they love Transformers because of Generation 1, or they love Cyberverse or Animated or Transformers Prime. But I mean, those of us here on YouTube, we kind of came together because we're like, we love Transformers, right? That's why we're here. We're at TFCon, right? I mean, we're here to enjoy Transformers as a franchise. We're human beings. We have different beliefs. We have different outlooks on life. We have, different places where we are in our lives. I mean, I'm 39 years old. Some of you are older than me. I feel like I'm young around some of you guys. Some of you guys I feel like an old guy because I'm a G1er. But yeah, go G1, right? But on YouTube, we decided to bring us together. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they review Transformers toys. They don't care what kind of Transformers toy it is. They'll review third-party toys, and even KO, and some of you guys are in the audience too. You guys will review Transformers toys. You'll review, whether it's a third-party MMC toy or fans toys, or you review a Generation 1 toy, or a War for Cybertron toy. But we can enjoy Transformers together, right? Let's enjoy Transformers together. Let's stop this, division that we see in other people love G1, we can enjoy Transformers together. And that's what we do. We go on YouTube and we enjoy Transformers together. And we BS. What is that? We BS. Like there's nobody's business. Especially this guy.
That's really our live streams. Especially if anybody who's anything Japanese, he and I will go on a tangent while Jason was very confused. Yeah. This guy's unable to talk. But to your point, I met a young man today, and I don't know if you're ever going to do that child, I forget your name, I apologize, I'm really bad at that, it's on me, but he was really excited because it's just, and he said he was 5 years old when the first baby movie came out. And here he is. There he is. He's just excited to be here and mingle with other Transformers fans. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. You want to say something else? No.
I'm a big fella and big spirit and I'm really open now. But like I say, like you said, 5 years old, I'm 45 years old, I'm like, golly, we was in my 30s when, Bay first came out, and you got this kid, 18, and it just brings everybody together. Like you say, I That's what we want to promote. You know, you see all the fighting, all the fussing on TFW, Facebook, Twitter. Why? We all love Transformers. Why do we have to fight about who you like to be one or favorites? Who cares? You like Transformers? That's all about.
Try turning it off and on again.
That's all.
I did try turning it off and on.
This is a normal shenanigans that goes on in our live streams, and you're not familiar with watching any one of us. Kato knows how many times we have, whacking this thing, right? I mean, we go through technical difficulties, we go through crazy stuff, and life is crazy, but we can come together and enjoy this franchise together, and that to me is awesome, and through all walks of life, like it's just, to me, it's awesome. Like I am thankful for each and every single one of you who watch our videos and love Transformers and continue to love Transformers. So.
The YouTube community has come together so much. I mean, like these guys right here, I had no clue who they were in person. I always watched them before, except for Bert. Bert and I somehow became great friends via YouTube. It was just one of those things that work. He's a military veteran, I'm a military veteran. He jumped down the planes, I was smarter than that.
Anything that's ever wrestling, like, why you come out of a perfect girl and you obviously never from somewhere. You trust me, you try to get off of our hands.
And so how this kind of progressed, I gave Deluxe props on this. He came up with this interview show where let's just invite a random YouTuber and talk to him for a bit. And I enjoyed being on his show, and I live in West Virginia, so I finally got internet that wasn't powered by a hamster and a wheel. So I was able to actually start doing these streams myself. So I started doing this series called The Sit Rep, where I would interview any other YouTuber. It's been amazing because I have met so many people from so many walks of life here in the States, in Canada, overseas in Britain, I think Australia, maybe.
Yeah.
So they were interviewing. And then one day I got a bright idea. Let's start live streaming us together as a group and just start bringing in random YouTubers for just this group chat. And it always started off, we'd come up with a subject. That subject would last for 5 minutes. And then the stream would continue on for 2 hours. A total train wreck. And that's how we actually approached this tonight. Our script for tonight doesn't exist. We set up in our room tonight, right before this, popped a couple mics and said, let's go. And then that was all we had to
And then we started answering everybody's questions in the chats.
And that's what made it fun and really made it interactive, is we really like to involve our viewers too. Because without our viewers, we wouldn't be here doing this. And I just have to give a heartfelt thank you to all you guys. I mean, some of you may not know who I am or any of these, but I mean, it's folks like you, and like you said, the Transformers community that's brought everybody together. And we don't give a damn where you come from, as long as you enjoy the plastic rolls. And I think world media, we can start dropping Optimus Prime. That's all I got. Let's start here.
And again, Hoist is to shout and let the rest of us talk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That was that's okay, guys.
These guys are just loud and on the spirit.
That's good over that. That was fast. Last time, go out talking, who's lands and everything or something.
I got a question for
Right
you.
there. Say it.
Rico Red Star. You guys,
Oh, there we go.
It's good to put it in the face.
He's the one that makes you dance in my videos.
question for all of you, especially Engineer Hoist. You as YouTubers, what makes you, a grown-ass man, want to talk about and review Transformer toys.
Why does that sound so?
Why does that sound so good?
But yeah, you just got KO. I did. All right, here's how my chicken started. I worked after my wife was pregnant. I got a job at a casino where I got to toss out and find the rich people. That was a fun job. The team I worked with was all a bunch of ex-law enforcement and ex-military guys, and we worked night shifts. So when we were off work, we're up all night, and our families were sleeping. So us, a bunch of mid-40s guys, decided let's all buy PlayStations and play tactical shooters together. So one of my buddies was all into, hey, let's play online and start Twitch channels. Now I suck at video games, and there was no way I was going to put myself out there on Twitch channel. And he says, we can attach YouTube to Twitch. And I was like, well, what am I going to talk about? He says, well, you know those damn Transformers, don't you? Talk about those. So it took me forever to come up with an idea of how to do a YouTube channel because there's thousands of Transformers YouTube reviewers, and I needed a gimmick. So I thought, okay, I'm a military veteran, I'll do the military hat. And when I turned 40, I got this tattoo of Optimus Prime wielding the American flag. And so I got this tattoo done right before SharkCon in 2013. I know you remember that. It was like, what's up? And so when I was at Shark, I just got this, so it was tender, so I wore a tank top. And everybody nicknamed me Patriot Prime. And that's where the idea for the channel came off, and the rest is history. That's how this pronounce man started.
So, if anybody doesn't know, I like to play RodimusPrimal. It's a little bit.
That's why I'm
Which was a good fight. So, at one point in time, there's a familiar with little generations poster called Prime Generations and stuff. It's just a poster of a bunch of different generations of Optimus Primes. I got that poster given to me by that friend, and I said, I want to recreate that poster with toys, and that kind of started. And before I knew it, I just had a wall full of Optimus Prime figures. And this is kind of in the early days of YouTube, and I was catching up a lot of Transformers. I also found out much more. By the time Generation 2 and Beast Wars hit, I was in the Army, and I was at that stage of like, I'm too cool for toys. I'm not paying attention to that. So I just kind of didn't pay attention to that stuff, missed out on it, and now all of a sudden I'm going back and purchasing some figures. All those scare figures are comic hero Optimus Prime Generation 2 and stuff like that. And so a lot of stuff I'm shopping on for online, I'm just buying on eBay, I'm waiting for shipping, and you kind of a way to satisfy that itch while I'm waiting for the figure to arrive before I need to and watch reviews of the figure so that I can get familiar with it before it arrives. Like I said, I used to have old posters and 90 figures, that's not what they are now. There just wasn't that much content to keep on using. And one day it occurred to me, well, I have the figures. I can create the content. I just started series about Optimus Prime figures. And that's where it started. So originally I wanted to call it the Prime Team. I did my research across somebody else's organization that name. So I kept looking, and I was talking with actually another person that was doing YouTube videos at the time, and he suggested that Prime looked it up, and this is the best way to look. And there we go. Been 7 years and 300 videos later.
300?
Yeah. Wow. That's it. Cool.
All right, well, I was specifically called out, so definitely need to get my story. Well, I was like a lot of people, I grew up with it in G1. I was definitely the target age during that time. But I kind of went away, wasn't interested in other things, as I'm sure it's a familiar story to a lot of people. But I was watching some big movies when it came out. Dark Moon is really where it got me because they were filming in the place where I work. And so it was pretty cool seeing all that walking around. I saw the Prime trailer sitting off in the parking lot, and I thought to myself, oh, that's where it goes when it transforms. that day, I went out and bought my first figures in my 30 years.
Did you get to see the bubble crash?
Not live.
Okay.
That was a different place.
Damn.
But yeah, so then from those two figures started to snowball. Well, probably close to 2,000 now or whatever. But at some point, I was enjoying these figures, but nobody that I knew really enjoyed it. So it was really just a solitary hobby. And my family supports it and all that. But if I try to talk to them, you just get that dirty headlights look. A lot of people know.
My family supports it, but they roll their eyes a lot.
Yeah.
That's good look.
Yeah, so I started off just like everything else, doing a Facebook, trying a website or whatever. But at some point, I'm trying to write up reviews. And I found it was just easier to talk, so I started doing some YouTube. Didn't get a lot of traction, and then Transformers Earth Wars came out. I thought that was pretty fun, so I did a couple videos for those, and those took off. So that they say when something works for you, double down. So that's what I've been doing since that came out. And here I am. Still collecting though.
Halo was the reason why I did I was on a podcast, still on a podcast called Chatcast I've done. I don't know if anybody heard of them. We did a podcast with Bert the Stormtrooper. I know people know Stormtrooper. Go way back. And he was started doing a YouTube channel as well. And I was like, I could do that. So I went to Best Buy, bought me a camera, and I've always loved Transformers. I started back, and I've been playing since 2001. And if you watch my channel, I'm very positive. I'm actually somebody when I mentioned out that I'm like a Bob Ross Transformers reviews or something. Because I just love Transformers. Like I said, everything from Legends to Masterpiece, third-party individual, I play everything, statues. And it just gave me a chance to, I love taking pictures. I love that. If I quit doing reviews, I would never stop doing pictures because it just relaxes me, and I love taking pictures of toys. And so it just snowballed from there. I've been doing it for about 5-6 years, and I'm having fun. I'm still having fun doing it. I try to let these people. I'm at Cato. His beautiful fiance. They're getting married. Congratulations.
RodimusPrimal, first and foremost, I grew up, watching G1 Transformers, of course, like many of us do now. And RodimusPrimal is my guy. I saw the 86 movie as a kid, and I love the character of Rodimus Prime. That come from nothing, had a hard time, and then he became a leader, and he was struggling as a leader. But he's unsure of himself. And something that's like, as a kid, you think his design is really cool. So when you're a kid, you think, oh, Hot Rod's cool. But then when you become an adult, Rodimus Prime is who you are. He's the guy who, man, you got to deal with leadership. You got to deal with problems out there. Like I became, at one point, I became a manager, and I felt that burden of, someone else was much better of a leader than I was. And I became a leader. And I had to lead other people. And I felt the struggles of Rodimus Prime. And at that time, G1 Transformers was coming back with vengeance with the DVDs, the Rhino DVDs and stuff like that. But before that point, the reason where Primal came from was because as a teenager, I was interested in something else. Something that when your hormones turn on when you're 13 years old, and that's girls. And so I was growing up Transformers. And then Beast Wars came along. And Beast Wars was awesome. Primal came out of that. So Rodimus Prime, that's where that came. So I went online by that moniker on message boards and everything else out there. And then, everybody discussed the same topics online. Who beat became, Rumble and Frenzy, who was who? The origin of the Constructicons. What became of Diana? Who became Cyclones? And people ask this question on a message board on TFW and on T-Formers, before T-Formers, TNI, and whatever, Sabertron and All-Star. Everybody talk about this stuff all the time. And so around 2015, 2016, somewhere around there, and I made my first video, Who Became Cyclones? And I said, okay, well, I'm going to make videos trying to answer these questions. And the thing is that as the Transformers franchise continues to grow, it's harder to ask those questions and have fans who are younger know, okay, well, I never really watched G1. I watched, Transformers animated. I don't know who Cyclones is. I've only seen Transformers Prime. I don't know who this character is. So then you end up doing retrospectives on a character who cover the history on that character, and that's where that grew out of, where the discussions grew into retrospectives. But I covered the news and everything else like that. But then the thing is that the pandemic happens, and here I am going to different places, and I'm meeting a lot of great people out here. And on YouTube, these guys are doing toy reviews better than I can. I admit, when I cover a toy review, I have a hard time spending 20 minutes sitting there going, fidgeting with this toy. And I do an honest toy review. These guys, I honestly think, do it better. And the thing is that they are awesome people just as much as so many of you guys are, because, so many of you are putting out videos, or if you are putting out a video, it's like, okay, well, you guys are putting out your honest thoughts on a toy, or you're putting your honest thoughts on a character, or you're putting your honest thoughts on a piece of fiction, because you love that fiction. And eventually, because of the pandemic, we all came together, and we all started talking. And that's really what this channel is about, that we all came together to talk to each other and be able to share. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm 39 years old, but when I was growing up, nobody's really into Transformers where I live. I have no friends in my neighborhood who are hardcore Transformers fans. But I can talk to you guys. I can talk to you guys. I love talking to all of you. Obviously within reason. Human beings. But I love talking about Transformers, and I love talking about, life. Because the thing is that we can share an interest. We can share our experiences in life with each other and grow as people. Because we all matter. Everybody matters. That's the thing. Like we all enjoy Transformers together, and we all come from different walks of life. And I think that's really the whole. Again, I keep bringing up. This is the reason why we brought this channel together tonight. Go ahead.
I say not only do we become friends on YouTube, we've now become legitimate friends. We're all on Facebook together, and I know it drives everybody nuts in this group because we're on that messenger constantly.
We talk all day long.
Yeah.
We'll be at work meetings, and my phone is just ding, ding, ding.
You can probably do the things in my phone right now.
I'm not kidding, but there's a group of us that have a group chat, and we are talking on it 24/7. We don't stop.
That probably was the longest answer I've ever heard for a question. One question, that was 15.
That's right. We only had one question.
So since that's what this is about, is bringing people together, we did want to open it up to you guys. If you guys have questions either for us or in general. So go ahead.
We met earlier.
Yeah, you bought me a bunch of drinks and I'm feeling still tipsy, so
So a little bit, I have to say, we met, had no idea who we were, started talking Transformers, great, and there we were. So my question is, what series did you jump in on Transformers, and who was your favorite character?
well, for me it's easy, G1
Yeah.
and RodimusPrimal. So and he is everything that we can be if we can look up to Optimus and put him on the pedestal. But Rodimus Prime is whom we can fill that, we can fill those shoes and succeed as leaders. Go ahead.
If you want to feel mad, that's all you say is hot rush that office.
Nobody's perfect.
Well, for me, I believe I'm the oldest one on this panel at a ripe old age of 48. Woo! With a full head of hair, I'm good. For me, of course, I grew up on G1, but I didn't grow up with the G1 cartoon like a lot of people did. I mentioned before I'm from West Virginia. I lived out in the sticks. I didn't get to see the cartoon, but I collected the Marvel comic series. So Marvel comic G1 was my G1. And I cannot tell you how excited I am going to be able to meet Bob Budiansky tomorrow. Yeah! And so when I finally got a hold of all the G1 episodes, and I think, like you said, when they come out on DVDs, the first time I actually got to see a lot of them. I mean, I grew up when you could get them from the video store on VHS when you had to actually rent the player to go with it. And, but still, Marvel was the way to go. It was so weird seeing how different Marvel was compared to the cartoon. Because if you collected Marvel G1 back in the day, Marvel grew up with you. Because it started in 84 and I believe ended in 91. So it evolved as you grew. The cartoon pretty much stayed the same. Now, as far as favorite character, this is what's going to surprise you. I am Patriot Prime, and my favorite character is Megatron.
Yes, Summerlee does need a new figure.
And now I'm always a huge Megatron fan, and I love him in the cartoon, love him in the comic, but I was always disappointed because they never really utilized Megatron much in the comics. He disappeared after issue 25, didn't come back until Ratchet storyline, where he fused with Ratchet. That was traumatizing as a child. And then they hardly used him in the movies. So that's a whole other story. Yeah, that's my story.
So I'm 46. I was in grade school when G1 came out. So it was one of those thank you. Thank you for coming out there. But it was a time when the school had a band, and we would run home so that we could catch Transformers and G.I. Joe. In the afternoon. Yeah. And then the next morning, before school, you watched Max. Because if you didn't, you had nothing to talk about the next day in school with everybody. And we're going to be ousted. So G1 was what I grew up with in my introduction. And my favorite character was obviously Alex. Now, as I mentioned, I grew out of that, and in high school, and cars, and then the army, and attention to that stuff. Completely missed Tune, Beast Wars, all that stuff. What brought me back was when I got back from Korea in 2000, and then in 2001, RodimusPrimal. And 23rd Magazine made a huge deal about the Transformers are going to go back to being cars. Optimus Prime is going to be a fighter. I was like, and I bought that fire truck, and I bought that Ultra Magnus, and before you knew it, I was looking at that. And I was glad to move back in, and for that series, Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is the great character. That character is so brilliant and it's so awesome. And then I started back, Beast Wars with
Great Burgers here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sci-Fi is here. So awesome.
So I can go upstairs and watch my foods and everybody.
Alright, well, pretty much like everybody else, I started in G1, and my favorite character, Hot Rod.
go back to?
I didn't know because they didn't have, the boards and all that stuff. So I'm waiting for him to come here because I didn't know that he was just a Japanese exclusive. I kept waiting, and never came. I was so upset. But our mom got me back in, and I saw Starscream at Walmart, and I just, rekindled my, I used to love Starscream, the jet and everything, his attitude, and just, he was a backstabber, but he has a good character and everything. But yeah, I'm a big Starscream fan.
So with you right there.
Yep.
What's your video Jack Black?
Oh, hold on. I'll answer that question in a moment, but this gentleman right here.
I just have a question kind of going off of what you guys answered, but what figure inspired you to get into Transformers? Because a big part of the Transformers brand is the toys, so.
Well, I mean, for me, I started with a cartoon, but the toys at the time came out, and there was GoBots, and there was He-Man. Yeah! And there was, at the time, there was He-Man. And the other thing was that my dad used to be able to pull toys from toy stores and stuff like that. But I remember vividly seeing the first episode that I saw was Countdown to Extinction. And when I saw that episode, I was like, okay, I gotta buy the toys or whatever. And I got a Bumblebee, a Cliff Jumper, and a Starscream. And that was in '84. So those are my first G1 Transformers. And I just love those toys, And the thing is that the engineering on them was much different than other Transformers toys. When there were other transforming robots and other toys at the time. I still love my He-Man toy. I still love my robots toy, but my Leela 1 and I think I had Leela 1 and I had Cycling. And but I had those three, and they were just so much better toys overall than everything else that I got at the time. So go ahead.
Now for me, my very first transforming robot was a GoBot. It was Screwhead. Remember that one? That was my it was a drill tank. It was in the 80s. Everybody had to have a drill tank. And then I had Screwhead. And then when I was growing up, right before Transformers came out, there was dozens of different companies that put out transforming robots. I had robots from all different lines. Remember Converters? Yeah. All four of you guys. But then I got my first Transformer, which was Gears. And then, like I said, I discovered Transformers fiction through Marvel Comics, and my first Marvel comic I got was issue number 3, the one with Spider-Man, where he teamed up with Gears. I'm like, oh, I've got that figure. And then I got a Grimlock. Yes! And then that's when I brought that sign. And so after I got Grimlock and Gears, those GoBots and Converters went to a shoebox, and it was Transformers only after that. And then after I stopped collecting, what brought me back was Beast Wars Megatron, the purple T-Rex. Yeah, back then I was working at Kmart and lost control. I always want security gigs. So I'm going down that aisle. My office is right through the toy aisle, so I can pass that Megatron every day. I never pick it up and looking at it. Then you read the back. Remember the old Beast Wars stories on the back? They were the G1 figures that upgraded into the Beast. It didn't follow the cartoon storyline yet. And then one day, after picking that thing up for 15 times, I thought, I'm going to go buy it. So I walked up to the cash register. There was a girl who I liked who was ring me up and put it down and said, I'm getting that for my brother. Took it home, opened it up, absolutely loved the engineering. Really impressed me. And after that, I was just hooked. And of course, then I had this huge collection that I sold off in 2012. And then went to Shardycon in 2013, and now look at it.
All right, first things first, sir, I was with you on the GoBots enthusiasm until you said scooter. And you lost me. The cycle is the perfect GoBot. My first two G1 Transformers, I don't remember which one, what order they came in. I just know that these were the first two that I had. And they were RodimusPrimal. And so that's what I remember as a kid. And to me, I can look at it objectively and I know that it's not a perfect toy, but to me, G1 Optimus Prime will always be a perfect. old. They bought that figure. And I was, all of a sudden, I was 10 years old again, and right after that changed. And that's the figure that kind of relit that fire.
Now, it's funny, you stole my story, Patriot Prime. My first transformer was a Go-By too. I think it was a pre-Go-By, because it was in Japan. My father was on a date, and went in one of these little stores and saw this little jet turned into a little robot man. And so that was it. And honestly, I couldn't tell you what my first G1 figure was. Unfortunately, most of my collections been lost, gone. It's the sands of time. But I still got a few. I still got Scorpionic and Computron and a few other ones out there.
I don't know. I had the Warpath, that was one of my favorite ones, and I remember carrying him in my pocket all the time. I just remember I remember one Christmas, it was a good Christmas, and I got TFCon, Scotty, Galvatron, South Coast, Park 86, rather than all those stuff coming out. I got a whole lot of those. I remember Scotty was a lot. I like to say sometimes. I got a whole bunch of those, but my first one I can tell you, but what got me into it was RID. I saw that what really got me into it was online service and eBay. And eBay is the that's why my first one I got from eBay was off the magnets. I was liking the start frame, but I got off the magnets for some reason, and it just skyrocketed from there.
Coming up with the engineer, I don't have any of my original toys. From any collection. Like if we were to go down and cover more than just Transformers, I don't, and nothing in that room is my original stuff on most. It's all. With one sort of kind of exception, and there's an asterisk to it. In 1991, I got my first car. It was a 1971 yellow Volkswagen Tourer. That was my first car. And my second car was a blue one, and my third one was a red one. Well, that first one was yellow, and I don't know if it would be the perfect thing to put on the set for it. I remember when I came to toys, and I only figured to put on the dash. Little did I know that the Baldwin was in the shop. But G2 Baldwin was the red one. And I still have that figure on my shelf. That's the only one I have.
This young man right here asks what our thoughts are on Shattered Glass. Now, first and foremost, I grew up in a sci-fi household. So my old man right here was actually sitting in the front row. But he was a big sci-fi nut, and he was big into Star Trek, which has an episode, if you're not familiar, I think it's called Dark Mirror, right? And it's a mirror universe where, where Spock would rotate, right? So it's an evil version of the characters you know and love and you're familiar with. However, it was a one-shot, and Shattered Glass is very much that, about the Autobots being evil and the Decepticons being good. I think it's a pretty cool concept. I do. I'm not a big, huge, super monster fan of it, but I think it's a cool concept. And I think that, hey, there's a lot of cool toy potential that can come out of it, which obviously, Hasbro thinks so because they come out with their generations less out of it. So it's cool. It's cool. And I think that fans of it, and there are people who are fans of it, and I think that, it's a cool fiction to expand upon, but it should, just like that one episode of Star Trek, and please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, that it should remain that very small niche so that it can remain special for all of the people who love it. And yet there still can be plenty of toys to come out for it so that more people can enjoy it. So that's my personal thoughts on it. What do you guys think of Shattered Glass?
You hit the nail on the head right there. I don't know anything about the storyline, but I've always been a fan like him of mirror universes. Like here playing the Injustice games, the comics, Superman's, that's just cool. So I like the idea of it flip-flopping. And that's my answer. Yeah, thanks, awesome.
I don't know anything about Shadow Class, sorry. It came out from time and I never went back up. I'm not really big, I used to be real big in comic books at one time. Then I had basically $3. I just don't have much time to read comics anymore, and I don't know anything about it, sorry.
Well, yeah, I pretty much agree with the first two. I do know a little bit about it, and I like the concept. I can't say that I've read many stories, if any, but I've got a couple of figures, but I'm probably not going to be getting that many. Cool concept.
I love Transformers. BotCon, 2008 was my first BotCon I went to. That was the Saturday State. So I had the box set. I actually did a review of the BotCon, Gold just recently. So I got him in. I love it. I'm ready for Jetfire. It was beautiful. The purple and black combo was
Jetfire is sweet.
I really wish they would do a whole line of Jetfires. I would want to really hard. I love Jetfires. I think it's a great concept and the toys are really awesome. Oh, Megatron, but Starscream was good. Blur, that headshot Blur is freaking awesome. And Nolan is good too. Like I said, Jetfire is pretty awesome.
So, anybody else think?
What's your newest Transformer?
My most latest Transformers toy? Which one? I get recently. I just got Galvatron, the King of the Galvatron. I recently got the Generation Selects Sandstorm and Ramjet. I opened them up out of the package. And I still have the package. I still have to open those Battle Across Time 2-packs, the Sideswipe, the Skywarp, and the Mirage and Grimlock. You know, because I was like, I have to. Like Grimlock, the Beast Wars Grimlock toy, which is basically done by Remold, or Remold. It's just a cool concept, adding into Beast Wars. So those are my current, newest Transformers. And some I still have to open. I still have to open my Omega Supreme. So
That's just big tomorrow.
but yeah, newest Transformer collection would be adding whatever we buy tomorrow. In the dealer room.
Mine was the Generation Selects comic book Accurate Galvatron.
I just found on the shelf of all places last week, Kingdom, Washington. And that is amazing. I love that figure. I don't actually have a figure I should be but that has been such a fun thing to get on the best hold.
Well, not kind of the exclusives I got earlier tonight. My latest figures are the Studio Series on and Doors.
I'm a big legend. I love legend, so I got the new agent, Megatron, the super Patriot Prime. I'm really excited for that. I think it's a show, Saturday Baldwin. And I'm a big 3-0 fan. I like 3-0. I've got Patriot Soundwave and Deluxe Baldwin. And they don't transform. I don't know the concept of that. But they're really awesome. They're really great. That's what I like. And I love it. That's all. I like that. If anybody wants to build out a club in Gator, and it's called Gator Club, and I love the one that he's been in our videos a lot, so I love it. It has nothing to do with Transformers at all.
So that's something I would be doing this guy right here.
Hey, first off, it's an honor to see you guys. Thanks a lot for all your videos. I'm bringing the Transformers community close together. Now, my personal question, if you met somebody brand new and wanted to get them into the Transformers, which series would you recommend for them?
See, I have 2 small kids. My kids are 5.5 and 3. And I watch the old cartoons with them. So I watched G1, I watched Beast Wars. And I find it hard to show them the new stuff because they get confused. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing if, you know, kids who are 5 or 6, if they turn on their TV and they find themselves watching another Transformers cartoon that might be something like Cyberverse, or obviously Transformers Prime now is like, what, 1 on 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years, wow. And so when you think about it, like, whatever cartoon you get introduced to, obviously that's going to end up being your quote-unquote G1.
Yeah.
But
Well, there was a genre earlier today. The Bay movies are his G1.
yeah, that's right.
You know?
But the thing is that no matter what Transformers series you start with, you can always go back to watching some of the older Transformers series and watch them and enjoy them. Yeah. And I find that, in my opinion, Beast Wars and G1 are the easiest to go back and really get into the franchise, but that doesn't necessarily mean that another series is out there. You know what I mean? Like, you can watch Transformers Prime and, you know, feel like you watched a bunch of Transformers cartoons just by watching that series, or watching Transformers animated, or the Unicron project.
And, you know, I can get real nerdy about that answer because if I want to go on personal nostalgia, I'm honestly going to go with G1 because that's what I grew up with, that's what got me into it. So instinctively, I'm going to want to say, oh, go watch G1, that's what I watched. And that's what with my kids, that's what I watched as little kids. That's what we watched together, and we watched Cyber and stuff like that. But as a 46-year-old man, I also know that that was not always well written or well animated or made sense every time, you know. So for somebody new, depending on the age, maybe G1 was not going to be the best choice of an introduction. I can think of 3 series that would be really good to introduce somebody and really kind of moving forward in that direction. And one of them is probably going to be an unpopular option, but we'll get there a little bit. But that would be Beast Wars. Just because I'm a writing alone and a character level in that series, such a role in that series. Prime, that's Prime. Because it really great elements from everything that had happened in Transformers on every series. It pulled from everything and brought it together in such a beautiful way. Very similar to what they did Turtles in 2012. Where they pulled in from every individual's existence and just kind of turned it into one story. And then the last option, possibly not the most popular one, was also going to be animated. We were just coming off the Unicron and CGI stuff.
And it was when
people saw that 85 2D cell animation, people were really but it is so well written. It's such a good story. It's a very updated, back then.
Yeah.
Was it updated? G1.
In a lot of ways.
It was in a lot of ways. And it just kind of retold G1 from a new perspective, brought it up to date, and it's a perfect introduction for somebody who wanted to use it.
And based on
Yeah, I was just going to say, it really kind of depends on who it is that you're trying to get into. Some people are going to respond well to G1, some people may respond like the rescue box on now. And the rescue box things out there, I mean, I love the show. I'm still one of the I don't know if that's ever happened. Yeah, pretty much any show that.
Pick a show. Just pick a show.
Yeah, pick a show that you think might work well for that person.
I was sad to let it hard to get through, but you can get through it. I don't know.
There's another one I said, it is my, I mean, I think that we, you know, check out some Japanese, like, big guys, and the you know, so that's, we can say it's coming. So any, you know, I think anything, introduction to Prime is really good. Beast Wars, the story less written, I think. My opinion is probably one of the better written Transformers series for these boards.
What about you, Patriot Prime? What about you?
Well,
I missed the question. Well, I also discovered that this works when you turn it on.
they change the battery.
It still works when it turns on.
Well,
The question was what series, like if
you want to introduce
somebody in Transformers
you meet
various,
somebody right now, you
Where we
know this person, you want to get them to Transformers, what's it you recommend?
Why are you talking to this?
let's put you on the spot.
Well, this man sounds like the teacher from Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I have a 7-year-old that I'm trying to get into Transformers, but he's involved in Minecraft right now, and I'm lost him. I tried G1 with him, and he got bored with that, because, that's just the way kids are now. I would almost have to go with Prime. I mean, it was very well animated. Yeah. So yeah, I had to go with Prime. That was a good one. And it was actually a show that had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yes.
You don't get that often. You need to know.
Somebody else has more questions? Let's go with you there, guy.
What's your favorite TV show, and from that TV show, favorite character and toy?
Would that be Transformers related?
Yeah.
I think I've already said that our favorite Transformer. Mine was G1 and obviously RodimusPrimal, but gosh, it's like you think about those shows. Like there's Ninja Turtles and the Big Leonardo guy. There's a He-Man. Obviously, is He-Man. But yeah, that's kind of hard.
They need to bring Bravestar back.
Or line over with other guys.
I would say Mask, but I recently started watching that show again, and it is one of these shows.
I know there are a lot of mask fans in the crowd too.
Sir, I love your shirt. It's awesome, and I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. Next question.
He stood up.
What is the Holy Grail figure? Did you get a figure that you already own, or a figure that you really, 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 really want? Because I have no mind. I want to know you guys.
I've heard that before. What is the Holy Grail figure? One that you own, and one that you would like to get. Right? That's it? One you own now, and then one you would like to get. In my collection right now, I have a complete and unbroken G1 Monstructor. A year and a half to put that sucker together. I'm not going to tell you how many bristlebags I ordered.
For many years,
You see how many other chaos. For me, I think that the grill I like to have now is one that a subscriber was kind enough to lend me to review.
Thunderwind.
G1, oh, I got Thunderwind. You got G1 Overlord. I absolutely love that figure. Yeah, he's a brick. He's a G1 brick, but he's glorious. I love that. Your turn.
for many years, for me, it was G1. That was a figure that I thought I was never going to own because at the time it was averaging $1,000, $1,500, and then tomorrow was creation for $350, and I was able to fulfill it. So I'm very happy with that. Currently, I'd like to have a complete G1 Stormtrooper. That's one thing I could never have.
Lights are out! Lights are out!
Also, original. So this is the world of the general go by design.
Gold plastics.
This is the last question. We need to wrap up. This is the last.
Okay. So let's. You want to just say your
I'm sorry for the boring answer. figures, some things I'd like to have, but nothing that I would put up on shelf.
My whole girl would be a mid-silver box V1 Starframe. I have a mid-box one, but I would love to have one. I guess you could sell it, but I don't want one that's sitting around that. And those were pretty penny. But one thing I have that I love, I have a surfing statue from Imaginary Arts from missiles. And I just got that recently, and I never thought one is beautiful. It's really great.
It's kind of hard. Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like I didn't even say what mine was. Like it's like she wants Star Saber maybe, like which is like really hard to get your hands on. Like that's like a lot of money you're gonna spend if you want a G1 Star Saber. Even loose is like
It's a lot of money on a figure that's going to break.
and not to mention that we're getting a sabers.
Well, I would love to have a transform of Mecha.
I would like a Japanese Trans-Metal Beast Wars Megatron, because that one is the one that doesn't suffer from gold plastic syndrome. And that I still have my broken from gold plastic syndrome Trans-Metal Megatron. And I would like to have that a replacement or a generation's version of a Trans-Metal Megatron that still scales with the other Beast Wars.
I want to have a reissue they'll give us that next time.
Yeah, they can give us a reissue that's made of black instead of gold plastic or the brown plastic that they use.
My Trans-Metal Megatron has been in the same packaging pose since 1997.
I still have my G2 Electro.
That's what I first heard about the gold plastic. He's on my shelf like this.
So one more question. Let's go for this gentleman over here.
What are your thoughts on the Deluxe figures?
I thought them awesome. I totally understand the criticism, but he does look good from different angles, and I think they could have improved on him in certain ways. I'm sure that they can improve upon, maybe they can add a third-party kit that kind of bulks him up a little bit. But he looks like a really cool figure. The rest of that wave looks awesome. But we're gonna get a Venusaur that looks like Venusaur. We're gonna get I'm excited. Really excited about Venusaur.
We like the fact that the bulkhead transforms into a village.
It transforms into a military truck with arms and trainers. I used to transform into a So, the first thing I saw was Steve and Bulkhead. I thought Bulkhead was cool. Okay, that's fine, he's cool. It's kids, I can pass on this one. And then today I saw that there's Optimus Prime, and I think no one is going to be in trouble.
And you know they're going to use storage.
Yeah.
You know they're going to use storage. That's my answer.
I was excited about all of something. I'm pretty excited about as I like to call it, Silverback's Prime. Coming as the leader class. Don't mind the wheel shield on the bottom, so it'd be nice to have like a real laser Optimus. Cool.
Kickback, I thought the budget was set down. I don't know if you repaint the retooling with the else too. I'm sure that might be like a good direction on legs. Everything looked good, like the Optimus side of work. Skin was kind of good, the car was all those kind of red ones. But I was running the robot, and when I had a robot, it was weapon on, and now I can't see that. So,
sorry.
Okay. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great addition. It's something we have to die, and we'll get some great news, and I really like that.
Deluxe, we're getting blasted. How awesome.
Yes! I want to say one more thing. I want to take my mask off, but I'm going to make it. Thank you all so much for saying and actually asking questions. From the bottom of my heart, from all heart,
Thank you so much. It really means from the bottom of my heart, and I know these guys think the same, to sit and listen to us YouTubers. We're just Transformers fans like you guys. Yeah, we make videos on YouTube. But we really enjoy the community. and how much we can talk to each other about this stuff and enjoy it together as fans. And you know, we're going to be here all weekend. We're going to be having a blast. How great is it that we're back at a convention and we can have fun and we can enjoy Transformers together and talk about this stuff. And even though this panel is going to be coming to a close, you can still come up to us and talk to us about Transformers anytime we're going to be here.
We'll be the bar along on Friday.
This weekend, it doesn't matter what's going on out there in the outside world. This weekend is all about the Transformers.
So, with that, you know, you guys follow my channel, you know, on YouTube, on RodimusPrimal. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram, RodimusPrimal Show, and on Twitter, @RodimusPrimal, Patriot Prime.
You can find me on YouTube, Patriot Prime Reviews, Instagram, Patriot Prime Reviews, and Facebook. Guess what? Patriot Prime Reviews.
Everything he said was changed into the Bert the Stormtrooper.
Everything he said except changing the imaginary voice.
You can find me